is the Bryant News Broadcast, featuring Chad Sabo with your Bryant updates, Nolan Thompson with the weather, Ryan Walsh with sports, and your hosts, Mike Cronin and Sara Larrabee. And now for your Bryant News Broadcast.
In our top news story tonight, 68 days after being trapped underground appear to be coming to an end for the Chilean miners. The rescue effort begins this week to bring the 33 men to safety, which could last a couple hours or days. They will be lifted from the mine one by one in a small capsule as family and friends anxiously await their hopeful rescue. Welcome again to another edition of the Bryant News Broadcast. Sara, this is just new headlines. It's going to be going on possibly all week. Hopefully they can get them out as soon as possible.
You know, it was such a disaster 68 days ago. Can you believe it's been that long? But when these men got trapped, and it was a big disaster, but yet all these people from all around the world came together, and now they're going to go home. Yeah, and just hope for a safe and successful rescue so they can go home to their family and friends after. And our heart goes out to all those Chilean miners. Absolutely. In light of the Columbus Day holiday, we were all granted a day off from class, but vandals wasted no time in pouring red paint all over the statue of the famous explorer Christopher Columbus, located in the heart of Providence. There was also a sign that read "Murderer" tied around his waist. Many locals were very frustrated and disappointed in hearing this news, and went on to say, quote, "I don't think it's proper to deface city property. They should have standed here and handed out pamphlets on the true history of Columbus." No matter what you believe about this national holiday, Columbus played a major role in the history and development of North America. Providence police are investigating this act as a malicious injury to property vandalism, and as of now, the paint has been cleaned up. What do you think? Vandalism in Providence? Common occurrence? You know what? It's not the first time we've heard of something like this, but hey, live and learn, right? I guess you kind of have to expect that stuff like this is going to happen. It's just kind of sad that it had to happen to such a monumental piece of history. Absolutely. Yes. Yep. All right. We turn it over to Nolan with a look at our weather.
Thanks, guys. How's it going, Ball Dogs? Taking a look at the radar, you can see we are currently in the clear for tomorrow. It should be sunny with temperatures in the low 60s, but taking a look at the 7-day forecast, you can see we quickly run out of luck as clouds should be rolling in all of Thursday. And on Friday, expect wind and rain as there's a possible nor'easter running in. The wind should stay with us through Saturday, but with Sunday comes the good weather. It's looking like clear, sunny skies all the way into next week. That's your weather, and now over to Brian with sports.
Thank you very much, Nolan. After 29 long years as manager of the Atlanta Braves, Bobby Cox is officially retired. After last night's heartbreaking 3-2 loss to the Giants, Cox came out of the dugout and got the standing ovation of a lifetime. This one was well-deserved. For Bobby Cox was a legend. 14 consecutive NL East titles and 1 World Series. He was an influence to many on and off the diamond, but his presence will always be remembered. Brett Favre is once again in the media, not for his prime decision-making skills, but for an allegation against reporter Jen Sturger. Sturger reported that in 2008, when Favre was part of the Jets, he sent her lewd photos and inappropriate text message. Funny how this came up the week the Vikings played the Jets. I know rape victims are scared to come out, but for some reason, 2 and 2 don't seem to make 4 here. Why would she come out with this now? And if he didn't play for the Vikings, well, then, you know, we may have not ever known this. All I can say is if the allegations are true, Brett, can you say hi to Tiger in rehab for me? Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Brian. The United States will soon resume deep water drilling by the end of November. This comes after a 6-month ban when the BP oil spill occurred back in April. The Obama administration has been under intense pressure from oil companies and the Gulf states to lift the ban, but drilling may be delayed a few weeks until new safety regulations can be agreed upon.
There are some big-name politicians coming to little old Rhode Island within the next few weeks. On October 25th, President Barack Obama and Massachusetts Senator Scott Brown will be coming to the Ocean State to campaign for the current Providence Mayor, David Cicilline, and congressional candidate John McLaughlin. Cicilline and Laughlin are in a tight race and are vying for voter support to succeed the United States Representative Patrick Kennedy, who decided not to run for a 9th term after his father's death last year. This is an exciting political event for all Rhode Islanders and for all of New England as well, but the details of the visits are still being worked out. We will have the latest developments as they become available.
Sara, Democrat, Republican, Independent, doesn't matter. President Barack Obama and Senator Scott Brown both coming to Rhode Island. It's going to be an exciting time for all of Rhode Island.
You never see those big names coming to our little state. I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear where it's going to be held and all the press and media that are going to be there. So
something to look forward to.
Yes, definitely.
All right, well, we're going to send it over to Chad now with the Bryant News Update.
How's this for a homecoming game? Trailing 24-7 early in the 4th quarter, our Bryant Bulldogs rallied back in amazing fashion to stun the Sacred Heart Pioneers 25-24 before 3,303 fans Saturday on homecoming and reunion weekend at Bulldog Stadium. My highlights of the game go to Mike Abney recovering a short kick on the Pioneers' 36-yard line and Jordan Brown rushing for 103 yards and running back the game-winning punt 73 yards. In other news, TD Bank, which brands itself as America's most convenient bank, will be opening branches in Rhode Island. Marketing professor Keith Murray tells the Providence Journal that the bank's customer-friendly image may play well in the state's tight banking market.
Thanks, Chad. And well, that'll do it for us here on the Bryant News Broadcast, Episode 2.
Thanks for tuning in to Channel 68, and we'll see you guys next week.